Hey everyone, welcome back to the beautiful Hutchinson Sports Arena. With me as always, the JUCO advocate himself, Brandon Goble. Joining us, Coach Bill Muse Jr. from Connor State. Coach, what a great come-from-behind win today. I know it's an emotional time for you in the program. Your dad's 800th win. You lost your mom this season. How great does it feel for everything that's happened this year to come to the sports arena, to come to the national tournament, and get a big come-from-behind victory today?
Yeah, I mean, first off, it feels good. First off, hats off to John A. Logan. That's a talented team over there. Talented. They shot it well today. I mean, they got a chance to be really good for years to come. Tyler does a great job with them, but for our guys, I mean, this whole year's just been, it's been an up and down year, but it's been emotional. Playing for my mom, Coach is 800 today, but I can't be more proud of them. They have been the backbone of this program the whole year. And I mean, I'm just so proud of those guys. They're amazing. I can't thank them enough.
Coach, let's talk just a little bit about your star who came out and just really showed out today. Edwin Daniel, 21 points, 15 rebounds, 7 blocks. I've been coming to Hutch for a minute now. I don't know if we've seen too many stat lines like that. Talk about Edwin a little bit.
No, Ed's a great kid. I mean, he actually transferred in from Hutch to us last year. Played out here in the national tournament, so he's got some experience, which has been good for our guys this week because we got a team full of freshmen that have never experienced this. And he's kind of been the backbone. Ed's a great kid, a great person, works hard every day, and only the sky's the limit. He's just going to keep getting better and better as the more he plays.
Talk a little bit about DJ Dormu. I mean, terrific game. He played almost the entire game. He just kept stepping to the foul line, hitting big shot after big shot. You know, here he is. He has 25 points. He got fouled 9 times, so he drew 9 fouls, which I think was a big part of your comeback.
Yeah, I mean, DJ's quick. I mean, he plays well. He's just got another guy that's gotten better as the years went on. As the years went on, he just keeps getting better and better and better, and just keeps working. Doesn't know how to stop, but just keeps getting better and better and better as the year goes on.
Coach, you get to enjoy this one for a little bit. At least you get a day off. It's a little bit different format than last year. Congratulations. You win today. You get to play number 1, the Snow Badgers. I know you guys will have your guys ready on Monday morning.
No, we will. I mean, like I said, we were here last year, had to play 4 straight days. So it feels weird trying to get a day off now. Used to go 4 straight last year, but they'll be, like you said, they'll be ready. They'll be excited for the challenge.
All right, I'm going to do this. You mentioned it earlier. All right. The Connor State guys, they try to go to Chili's yesterday in Hutchinson. Couldn't get in. If there's anybody with any connections in Hutchinson, let's see if we can help the guys out. Let's get the Connor State Cowboys to the Chili's in Hutch. You would like that, right?
Yeah, I would like that.
So if anybody has any connections, let's see what we can do. Been through a lot of emotions this season. Hopefully the best is yet to come. Let's see how long you can ride this Cinderella story.
Just enjoy the moment. I mean, like my mom would tell us, enjoy the moment, enjoy the ride. We know she's smiling down above on all our guys, so we miss her, we love her. She's a part of our backbone, she's our program, and we love her, and we miss her every day.
Coach Muse, thanks so much for coming by the JUCO Jam postgame.
Appreciate it.
And wish you the best of luck the rest of the way.
Appreciate it.
Appreciate it, buddy. Thank you.
Appreciate it.
All right, and that's Coach Bill Muse with Connor State. Had a great come-from-behind win, 80-75 over John Logan. Logan up 67-57, and Connor State just kept chipping away, kept attacking the basket. Brandon, when I just look at this stat sheet, the one thing that just jumps off the table, other than Edwin Daniel, is the fact that Connor State got to the free throw line 26 times, 22 out of 26. John A. Logan only 5 out of 9. That's a 17-point differential in a close game.
Yeah, it was really interesting to kind of watch the way that the pace of play just kept going back and forth. Connor State really kind of grinding it out at the end there. But one of the big keys, I think, for me was that they were able to turn John A. Logan over a lot. John A. with 17 turnovers to only 9 for Connor State. Connor's just really kind of sat down, defended, and that's what allowed them to grab control of that tempo at the end. And like you and I talked about before the game, we kind of figured this was going to go the way of whoever's able to grab control of the tempo. Nobody stepped out and took a lead until late because it just kept changing. But once they were able to kind of really slow things down and play their style of basketball, it was just too much.
This was a heavyweight matchup. This was a great way to kick off the 2025 national tournament. A 5-point spread. I don't think we're going to see a lot of these first-round games really deviate from that. I think it's going to be a lot of 5-point or less games. And I think we're going to have another grudge match.
Yeah.
Another couple of tough teams coming up next with 15-seeded Triton versus 18-seeded the Columbia State Chargers.
Yeah, I just think there's a lot of parity in junior college right now because of the way that things are going as far as recruiting with the NCAA and the transfer portal and all that. There's a lot more players that are going to junior college that maybe wouldn't have in the past, and because of that, they're really spreading out to different programs. So we're seeing really, really high-level players across the entire country, not just at the power programs.
That's a great point, Brandon. And I think one of the great indicators of that is you have the number 24 seed in this tournament, Brunswick, who's 28-4. Right, this is no longer someone who slid into the tournament and has a losing record or anything like that. You have the worst seeded team in this tournament is 28-4 and has a victory over highly regarded Harcum.
Absolutely. Walter Shaw does a great job out there and produces Division I players every year, and he's at the very back end of this tournament. You know, there's really not a team that you look at here and you go, well, I just don't think they really have any chance to stay in a game. I think at any given moment, anybody could be upset here.
Right, and, you know, they have a 6'9" post player. This is not a 24 seed, you know, who just kind of slid in there, oh, they have a bunch of guards. No, they have a 6'9", legitimate top 50 freshman in the country who is getting offers we're going to talk about tomorrow on the show. A little teaser for you. But right now, let's talk a little bit about Triton and Columbia State. We talked about how rugged Columbia State is. We know Coach Brian Burns, one of the great young minds in junior college basketball. I'm excited to see this little fun matchup here.
Yeah, we got Big Suit Burns versus Rugged Neil, and you know, I think we're just going to keep coming up with nicknames for all these guys. But you know, the reality is this is a matchup that is probably a lot more exciting than maybe people realize. Columbia State was right on that edge of a top 25 team the entire season. They were very, very good this year. And of course, Triton right in the top half of those rankings, but stylistically very different, but both extremely talented. As we looked over our shoulders, the teams came onto the floor. Columbia is big.
They're very big. And they get right at it, right? They come onto the floor, they go right into defensive slides, right? That is their DNA. That's what the program is all about. This moment, I don't think is going to be too big for Columbia State because they beat Vincennes at the historic PE complex floor. They beat Pensacola State at home. Two teams are in this tournament, so they are battle tested. And the one thing about Tennessee is they let the boys play. Right, and out here in the national tournament, especially in the early rounds when it's kind of important to keep these games on schedule, the referees let the guys bang a little bit. And that's like the perfect format for a Tennessee team to pull an upset.
Yeah, and that's a great point about the non-conference schedule there for Columbia State, getting a couple of those big wins, especially that one early against Vincennes. You know, Triton typically has a very strong non-conference schedule, so but Columbia is not a team that, like you said, has not been tested, and they've really stepped up to the plate when it mattered. And so, you know, this is not a team that Triton's going to get that just, you know, played in their region, did well, and kind of moved on. This is a team that did some traveling.
Yeah, I want to ask you about one Triton kid that I know that you know pretty well. He was on Indian Hills last year, Paytok Machar, right? He was someone that transferred from Indian Hills, didn't get to play a lot as a freshman, but I feel has really found his way. He's found a home at Triton, and he's a key cog in the center for those Trojans.
Yeah, I mean, just a really, really athletic player that gets up and down the floor, plays with a motor, blocks shots, rebounds, does the simple things that you have to do to be successful as a big man, doesn't try and do too much. He's a great kid. He works really hard. You know, he's going to have to really show up in this game because, like we talked about earlier, Columbia, a lot of size, a lot of strength. You know, they're going to punch you in the mouth, and how do you respond?
Yeah, one of the guys that I really enjoyed last year for Triton, we talked so much about the firm all year last year, right? Amar Aguilar, Dior Connors, Dylan Williams. There's someone else out there too. His name just escaped me. But the fifth guy on that team last year was kind of Tolu Samuels, and he played a lot of the 5 position. He was like a true center for them. This year, he's really expanded his game. He's playing on the wing more. I think if Triton goes deep in this tournament, Tolu's going to be one of those guys who could have the Hutch effect that has all these D1 coaches clamoring. This is not a 5-man. This is a versatile guy who's inside and outside, kind of a Tony Allen, Tony Snell type player.
Yeah, Anderson and Wallace have gotten all of the recruiting love, but like we talked about, Paytok and then also, you know, Tolu, those are two guys that definitely could get the Hutch effect. For Columbia State, I'm looking at Mekhi Wright. just a really strong, physical, big man.
That's a nice choice.
That's somebody I think that also is going to get that Hutch effect if he comes out and plays well today.
Yeah, and for me, for Columbia State, other than Mekhi Wright, I really like Thaddeus Johnson. Watched him a lot throughout the season. Not the flashiest point guard, super steady, makes the right plays, gets the guys in the right position at the right time. Brandon, I'm excited for a great game 2. And you guys, if you're not doing so already, I don't know why you wouldn't, but make sure that you are subscribed to ESPN Plus. We're going to be on live at halftime. We're going to be breaking down recruiting. We're going to recap the first half, and we are going to break down game 3, which if you can go with the Z formation for Zurich Insurance, we're going to the bottom left-hand quadrant of your bracket, and that's going to be Chipola Monroe. I'm excited, Brandon. Are you ready for game 2, day 1?
I am excited.
Awesome, guys. Stick with us. We're here all tournament long. Enjoy Columbia State Triton coming up.